I have just found out that Critical K is back. Now, when I was celebrating her exit not long ago, I remember someone telling me she'll be back. And I was thinking, I hope not. Because I think when she got deleted from YouTube, she probably went into panic mode because YouTube is basically her career. And now that she's back, it seems like she's one of these people that you just can't get rid of, like someone else on YouTube that has been exploiting true crime cases, and I don't want to mention that name. But when I found out that she was back, and she's jumped right into, guess what, the case, the Gabby Petito case. Not surprising. Anything that's going to get her traction very, very fast. It's just, honestly, I am not happy about this at all. But what if there's one positive? If there's one positive, she is somebody to talk about and she is somebody to watch. And my channel is about human behavior. So I can already see what she's doing. I just looked at her channel. I can already see that she's really trying to gain traction as quick as possible, build her audience back up, almost like it's her lifeblood. And I can just imagine that when she lost her channel, she must have gone into complete panic mode. Panic mode. And now she's back with a case that is fashionable. She's back on the hunt again. She's a predator. She's somebody who likes to jump on true crime cases that will get her attention and that she can exploit. Exactly what she does. It's exactly what she does. Does anyone remember Miss Marlowe? I remember when she was all over the Watts case. And she would do some crazy, bizarre things, say some crazy, bizarre things. And she got on my nerves as much as the other guy. And then she disappeared. I don't know what happened, whether she went or somebody deleted her. But I knew Mary Marlowe would be back. But she came back in a different form because I don't know what she's talking about now. I go to her channel and I play her videos, and it's like, I don't even know what she's talking about because she used to be on live stream every night talking about the Watts case. And now it seems to be she's doing self-help healing kind of content and kind of just rambling. But, Critical K, she is back. And it will be interesting to see how her behavior will be, again. I'm sure she must have really been shook when her channel got taken down, which gives me a small little bit of pleasure. I think for a while there, a lot of us thought maybe she was gone for good, and she has returned. The devil has risen. I just took I'll never subscribe to her, but I just took a quick visit to her channel after I got the announcement that she'd returned, and she's back in the thick of things like she never left. I want to talk about the Gabby Petito 48 Hours documentary that I watched over the weekend. But I also will, I'm going to talk about Critical K. She is trying to collect money already. I mean, she's on the money train already, telling her subs to send her money, where they can get her. She's telling her subs that she made most of her money from super chats. And where they can send her money, where she can profit. I mean, she's really using the Gabby Petito case to get, for monetary purposes. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong in that per se. If somebody is willing to tell the truth and report a case truthfully and honestly, without the bullying and the targeting and the manipulation and the exploitation, I have no problem with that. But Critical K is an exploiter. She's an exploiter of human beings. And, it's all for her own gain. Jays for Justice. She used to be very critical of Jays for Justice. I'm not a fan of Jays for Justice at all. I think similarly about Jays for Justice, but I actually think Critical K is more manipulative than Jays for Justice and more crafty. So she's already jumping on the money train right now, telling her subs, how they can help her out financially. So this is all about money. But yeah, I watched the Gabby Petito documentary in 48 Hours. Her and Brian took some absolutely wonderful, beautiful photos on their travels. And they were having a good time in many aspects. They did have a good time. They were having the time of their lives. I'm not the type of person who would get in a van and travel around the country. It's just not my thing. I like to go to a location, stay in a 5-star hotel, go to restaurants. I'm not somebody who is a camper. That's just not my style. But some people like to do that. And they took some absolutely beautiful pictures of some wonderful locations. But at some point, their trip, unfortunately, went wrong. And Brian was just too immature to handle the fact that their relationship wasn't going the way he wanted it to go. I think, quite frankly, even though I don't know that much about Brian, based upon what I do know, I think Brian is a sociopath. And I actually think that he's a Chris Watts type character. He might seem very nice on the surface, very pleasant, harmless. But I think that he has sociopathic tendencies. I mean, you can see that already. The fact that, he left her, took her van, left her. It seems to me that he was trying to access her account, her credit cards. I think he used her. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I think he was using her. Forget the jealousy and all that and the possessiveness and all that. I think he used her. And when he was done with her and she wasn't fulfilling his purpose anymore, when she was no longer useful to him, he killed her, got rid of her, and then escaped. And the cops let him escape. That's simply what happened. That's what I'm realizing now after watching the documentary, watching another documentary, listening to her friends speak, and actually stepping back and weighing up all that I know. I think Brian used Gabby. I think she was a pretty girl. I think she was naive. I think she thought this guy was a wonderful person, and she didn't realize that she was involved with a sociopath. And it will be interesting to see how Critical K tries to, she will try to exploit this case as much as she can. But I wonder if she will walk a finer line. But I have plans for her, because she should not have a channel. She should not be allowed to have a channel when her channel was deleted. You're not allowed to come back after your channel has been deleted for bullying and abuse. You're not allowed to come back and start a new channel all over again. It's actually not allowed. But, it's probably going to be tough to take her out again. But, I have a few thoughts of what I'm going to do, because she's not supposed to have a channel after she's been deleted.